Imagine talking to a man cordially, like anyone else does, curious, open, a little cautious, but willing to see where it might lead. He's charming, in the way modern men often are, smooth in conversation, quick with compliments, skilled at painting pictures of futures that sounds too good to be true. One day he asks, "Have you ever been to an island called Martha's Vineyard?" And you reply, "No." His eyes lights up. "Oh, you'd love it," he tells you. "There's a ferry that takes you there. You can feel the wind in your hair, smell the salt in the air. Then when we get there, I'll take you for ice cream by the docks. And there's this place called Backdoor Donuts. We'll grab some warm apple fritters, walk by the beach, and have a dinner by the water. It's quiet there, peaceful, the kind of place where people disappear from the world for a while." He described it so vividly that you could almost see the ocean, the sunlight, the feeling of being free. You thought, how refreshing. A man with a plan, a man who wants to share beauty. But as the conversation went on, something shifted. The charm began to fade into control. The attention felt more like possession. The compliments came with undertones. Who you should be, how you should act, how you should wear your hair. Subtle red flags began to wave. Quietly but clearly. He wanted connections, but not equality. He wanted closeness, only on his terms. And something deep within me whispered, "Don't go." Even though you knew he had already bought the ferry tickets, you told him the truth. We are incompatible. He didn't understand. He said, "You are overthinking, and you'd miss out on something special." But you had already learned, nothing that causes you your peace is ever worth your time. A few days later, you booked your own ferry tickets, and when you stepped onto the boat, you felt a rush of freedom. The sea breeze brushed against your face as if to say, you did the right thing when you arrived to this island. It was everything, he said, and more. You walked through the oak bluffs, saw the pastel gingerbread cottages glowing under the sun. You ate ice cream, your favorite snack, strolled by the harbor, and yes, you went to Backdoor Donuts for the fritters. The line was long, but you didn't mind. The air smelled like sugar and joy. You sat on the beach, biting into the warm apple fritters, laughing to yourself. Sunk your toes into the sand. The waves whispered quietly against the shore. You talked to the locals who told you how the island changes with the seasons. Quiet winters, blooming summers, and every year it draws people searching for peace. And there, standing under the wide open sky, you realized something powerful. Everything he promised you, you gave yourself. The island wasn't special because of him. It was special because you chose to come on your own term, in your own time, for your own healing. You didn't need a man to show you beauty. You didn't need validation to feel worthy. You only need to remember that you are whole and capable of creating the life that you want. That day on Martha's Vineyard, it became more than a place. It became a symbol of self-trust, of womanhood, of choosing me. Because sometimes the most beautiful journeys are the ones you take alone. Not to escape love, but to return to yourself. And he gave you the answer that you always needed. On Martha's Vineyard, you realize that sometimes things fall apart, and it's perfectly okay. For whatever the reason, differing core values and goals, mismatched lifestyles, communication issues, different emotional needs, differing maturity levels, or simply evolving as individuals, you found out that you should never put yourself second. You should always put yourself first. Because if you can't take care of you, nobody can. And sometimes it's okay when things fall apart. So remember this, date yourself, do the work, so you know your worth. So when someone offers less, when the bare minimum knocks, you don't open the door, you don't bend, you don't break. You choose you, always and every time. Remember that the ferry still sails, the beach still shines, the ice cream still melts, and the music still plays, with or without them.